Hey,
Hello.
hello.
Good to see you again.
See you again. Yeah, long time no see.
Yes. Uh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to organize myself. Okay.
organize myself.
So I have your resume, right?
Resume.
Or you don't want to do resume yet? Do you want to talk about your resume?
Yes. Let's try resume.
Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, let's first get rid of this so that I don't show that by accident. Okay. So here's your resume.
Hmm.
Here's
Yes.
my old resume.
Yes.
Mine's very short, 1 page.
One page.
Um,
Oh, thank you so much.
the reason, generally speaking, I don't know about Australia anymore because I don't live there, of course. Also, this is
Hmm.
all, I changed all the numbers and stuff, so this is all
Oh,
fake.
oh,
Just so that you don't randomly call that.
yeah.
That's not my
Uh,
number.
uh.
But yeah, generally speaking, in Canada at least,
Hmm.
we prefer
Hmm.
to have 1 page.
One page.
And the only thing that matters is like the most important stuff at the beginning. Basically, the more important stuff at the beginning, and then slowly less important.
Yes. Uh,
Uh, so, oops, yeah, here's you. Uh,
uh,
so, of course, this is pretty good. I don't know if you need this in Australia, but uh, generally in Canada, we don't put nationality,
hmm.
uh, mainly because of racism.
Oh,
Because if they're racist
uh,
against Japanese, then
uh,
you're not going
uh,
to get hired if they
uh.
know you're Japanese, right?
It's
Uh,
deletes. Hmm.
so in Canada nowadays, sometimes you don't even need to put. Uh, oh, where's my? Sometimes you don't even need to put your name in
Name
Canada. People
in
are
Canada.
taking out their name as well because their name might even tell people where they're from, right? Like for example, Akira
Akira. Ushio.
Ushio.
Uh,
That doesn't sound like a white person, right? That was
Vice
very
person.
much. That sounds very much like a Japanese person, right?
Uh, uh,
Uh,
uh,
so in Canada, we're starting to get rid of names, but again, I don't know about Australia. Uh, so follow whatever they would say.
hmm.
But yeah, so here's that email.
Email.
Uh, Perfectly fine. Again, the only things I would change would maybe be nationality here. Probably
Hmm.
don't need that.
Hmm.
Like in mine, I have my city name and address. Like this is the postal code if you wanted to mail me something.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
so maybe you would, instead of having nationality, have your postal code where people would mail you something, maybe.
Hmm.
But you probably don't even need that. You probably could just delete this and that would
Hmm.
be fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Professional summary.
Hmm.
I have a similar thing. Highly motivated individual, able to learn and adapt, positive to work with. This is just kind of general thing about what I'm excited for.
Hmm.
um, Reliable player with a
Love.
background in engineering, a passion for
Awesome
fitness, and
fitness.
English training. Completed the Ironman triathlon in 2024 and have experience supporting others in physical training and recovery. Open-minded,
What?
cross-culturally aware,
Girls.
and eager to contribute to positive gym environment while learning more about fitness industry. I think that's perfect. Uh,
Oh.
it's things that giving some examples, right? Like because you've done the Ironman, that shows that you might shows that you're eager, right, to learn more, um, and that you have this training.
Hmm.
And then saying you're open-minded, cross-cultural is very important for like Australia and stuff.
Oh.
Um,
Cross country. Oh, thank you so much.
now, this is where we change, right?
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
went straight to work experience.
Hmm.
Um, um, I would get rid of a few of these things.
These things.
So I think this is important.
Uh,
I think this is important.
uh,
This is basically like this.
uh,
Physical condition and recovery. Injury prevention is a part of recovery. Stretching is part of physical condition.
it's a similar.
Yeah, I would get rid of this because it's basically just saying it twice. Ironman training experience, I would probably get rid of as well. You've already mentioned it up here, so you don't need to say it again. So I would get rid of these two so far.
Okay.
And then I'd probably get rid of these two. Strong discipline and motivation. You've already talked about the Ironman. We know your discipline. And you also talked about like cross-cultural stuff, right? Right here. Communication. That shows like motivation, right? To learn, right? 220 hours of online training. That tells me that you're motivated as well. So I would get rid of these two and these two. The reason why I'd get rid of this is because this isn't really related to physical stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
And remember, key skills you talk about here,
Yes.
right? What are the most important skills?
Key skills for fitness trainer.
Well, normally in the key skill area, you want to put whatever place you're applying to. They could read like 3 or 4 things and know exactly how good you are. But you have way too many things. So yeah, so get rid of these two and these two. So that leaves you with these 4. Right?
Okay. I understand.
You might even be able to get rid of this one too if you wanted to, but up to you. Because again, key skills are just like, what are your top? Like, think of it as like your best skills. You don't go best skills and then say 20 things, right? Best skills are like 1 or 2 things, right? So you want to keep this area a bit smaller. So yeah, once you get rid of that, experience. Okay, you already got this in the correct area because you want to start with the most recent first and then least recent, right? Like if you look at mine, this is my most recent one. Or back then. This is when I was applying to become an English teacher in 2020. So this was my last job. Then this one, and then like my first one, right? But here's the other thing. It's also important to break them up into different jobs, right? So this is the same job, right? Lakeview, same company. But my first one for the first 3 years was like dishwasher. And then I became a line cook. So if there's a period of time when you had a big change, that would be important. So I don't know in your job, like if you got a promotion and changed kind of things. I don't know, but yeah. So let's read this first. Helps friends with stretching routines. Shares tips on body mechanics and injury. I would put this one first. I don't like friends here. Because do you only help friends? Or can you help other people, right?
Family.
Well, or normal people, right? Like if they're hiring you, you're not going to be training friends. You're going to be training random people, right? So you want this to sound like you can train anyone, right? So I would just get rid of friends and put helped with. That's it. Helped with stretching routines and basic training advice. Shared tips on body mechanics and injury recovery. and support beginners with motivation and habit building. Good. Developing new materials and lead. So what did I put for that kind of stuff? Training staff. Wedding service, receiving orders. So when you're talking here, working with a fast-paced team, what do you mean by this, I guess? Like you were working a lot and you had to
quick response for customer.
Okay, so something happened and then you'd have to fix it like in 30 minutes, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's perfectly fine then.
If you change the correct answer, if you need to.
Well, I'm trying to think how I would change it if I would change it, because I just need to know what like the specific meaning is, right? Like at a restaurant, I work in a fast-paced environment where like you have to get food out quickly, but I wouldn't say I work in a fast-paced environment because there's a lot of downtime for preparation and stuff like that. So, excuse me. So it'd be a bit weird to say fast-paced for my job. So I just wanted to know the specifics. So yeah, I would still say fast-paced for you. Okay. Education training. So number one, like I said, is there a way I can edit this? Like for example, after you cut these ones, right? This should be here, right? So they should be together. You should never have a title by itself without stuff. It's better to just, like, for example, let's say I had this. It's better to just move the whole thing. It'd be better to just do this. Have a bit of a blank spot and have it like this. That would be better than not having space here. Now, of course, I have space, so I don't need to do it. But if you, because it's really awkward for them to read that. When I was a boss hiring people, I wouldn't accept that. Like if I saw that, I would just throw it away. I'd be like, I'm not reading this, because it's not worth my time to do that. So university, serve, travel. I wouldn't put travel here. In education and training,
only background.
Yeah, I would put that in. Yeah. Where would I put that? Yeah, I honestly, I would just get rid of it, period. There's not a good location for it. You already kind of mentioned it up here, right? Cross-cultural. So maybe, so if you keep this one, and this one. Yeah. So if you already have this already up here, I would just get rid of this. Period. Just cut it out. Don't forget for your education, give me the dates. When did you do this? Right? 2015, 20, like, when did you graduate these schools? Right?
2019 and 2019. Okay.
Yeah.
Date.
So always
It needs a date.
these needs dates because you put dates up here, right? April this to this, 2022 to this, right? You always want to put dates because it shows you like it helps them with the understanding when was the last time you did this kind of stuff. Ironman, that's a good one. I feel like this is a bit of fluff.
Fluff.
Like you're old enough now. So when you're young, you don't have a resume, right? You've done nothing in your life when you're like 18 years old. So you add a lot of these types of things because there's nothing else there. But for you, you have experience, right? You have this. You have this. You have the universities, right? I would kind of get rid of this. If you want to, I don't mind putting athletic experience because you are trying to get an athletic job, but I would only put your competitions. So the Ironman, marathons, things like that. I wouldn't put
baseball.
I train. Because here's the reason why I wouldn't put it. Regular training, running, swimming, and resistance workout. Of course you do. How would you have done an Ironman without doing that, right? Of course you run. Of course you swim. Because if you didn't do that, you would have died during the Ironman, right? So this doesn't really say anything extra, right? So I would replace these two things with other competitions, other marathons, things like that. This is good because you are going to an English country. I don't mind that. And I don't mind this. Availability, again, this is a bit of fluff. When you're talking about availability, you're talking about like what you're willing to do and when you're willing to do it. So I would put this one, and then instead of this one, I would put like the dates. I'm available from 2026 to 2027. Like I'd put the
2026.
That's what availability is about, right? It's about what can I do and when can I do it. Okay. So I would get rid of this one as well. Yeah. So that would be the big one. So how about I just do this quickly. I'll copy this. And then put it in here. Well, let me just open a new one so I don't break my thing. Oh, of course it breaks it. Darn.
I'd share. Please wait.
Darn. Why would it do that? Well, let me stop sharing the screen.
Okay, I'll share. It's delete.
Yeah.
And
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Delete.
Okay, so you're already doing that. Sorry, I was just gonna make you see it, but if you're already doing that, that's good. Okay, keep going down.
Keep going down.
So I can see the rest that you've noted. Get rid of the friends. Supporting beginners is very important, right? So you want that kind of be the first one, and then helping, and then sharing tips.
People helps people with search routine and
Yeah.
basic advice.
I would get rid of sharing for training
Sharing training,
or teaching.
teaching.
Because you're the boss, right? You're the instructor, right? You're the trainer. So you're not sharing tips. Sharing
Right.
is like with friends, right? I'm sharing, hey Troy, you should try this. But if you're a professional, you should be teaching tips on body mechanics or training tips. I'd probably say teaching tips on body mechanics.
Yeah.
Number 2, the second one there. Sharing tips should be training tips.
Sharing tips and training tips. Sharing tips and training tips.
Because again, you're a worker. You got to pretend they're not friends, right? You got to pretend they're normal people.
Sharing. Please type the chat box. Sorry.
So I would say teaching tips on body mechanics and injury recovery. Teaching tips.
Teaching tips.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, something else you might want to add, so if we go back to me, I'll share my screen. In my, here, right? In my thing, I put the main thing, right? What did I make? Sushi, sashimi, lunch, and dinner service. That was like my main thing. Then preparing was the second big thing. Receiving orders and storage is like the third big thing. Every once in a while, like once a month, maybe we do platters for other companies, like a delivery service kind of thing, where we'd sell like thousands of food. And then, of course, the last thing would be this, right? But I even added in, I should say down here, like cleaning floors, dry storage, removal. What I mean, so what I'm basically telling you for this is that in your experience, is there anything related to these things? Right? Because you mentioned possibly also doing like reception person, right?
Reception person.
If you're the reception person at the front door, none of this is about the reception, right? So you could add maybe another thing. Again, I don't know if you've done it though, right? Like you might say something like processed new customers into the gym, maybe. Or something like that. Process the people at reception. But I don't know for that specific one. But like again, you're trying to talk about you're trying to find a specific job, right? So you want to be posting as much things that could get you those specific jobs. So you might, for example, have swept the floors or whatever, but is that going to get you a floor staff or customer service? It might get you a cleaning job, so maybe you should mention it. You could add proper care of equipment. You could say something like that. Proper care. Proper care and cleaning of equipment, maybe, because that means that shows that you might be good at cleaning as well, right? You want to be posting anything from your job that might help you from your next job. And you want to don't post anything that you think won't help you get the job, right? Because you don't want it to be too big or too small. So like, because I only had one page, I kind of had to post everything about my job. But like, again, if I go back here to mine, I'm trying, so take a look at this. I'm trying to get a teaching job. But I also want to fill the full page, right? The page is full, right? If I do one space, the page is next page, right? So I can't add any more than this. And I don't want to take away from this because I don't want to make it smaller, right? But if there's anything I could take away that might look better, I would do that. So cleaning fridge, floors, and dry storage, that maybe looks good for a school because I might have to clean the classroom and stuff. Okay. And the proper oil and grease removal, well, maybe there's something special in the school. Like, I know in some schools, there'll be like, I have to get rid of ink or stuff like that for paper. So maybe that would be helpful. And this is just the main part, so I can't get rid of that. Dishwasher, I wash dishes, right? But if I thought, oh, this is not good for a teaching job, I might get rid of this. And what else did I do as a dishwasher? Oh, I would go to tables and interact with the customers and make sure they had a clean table and something like that. I don't know. I might change that because maybe me doing that, interacting with customers, is similar to like interacting with students, right? So you're always trying to think of, in my previous job, what would relate to my future job? Within reason. Of course, I have to say wash dishes, I'm a dishwasher, right? Of course, I have to say breakfast and lunches, I'm a line cook. Of course, I have to do this because I'm a line cook, right? Like, I have to do that because that's the main job. But any of these side jobs, whatever I think would help me with a teaching job, I put in here. And anything I didn't think would help me, I didn't put in here. So that's why I put training, customer service buffet, stuff like that. Other companies, because maybe we have to do a presentation for the teachers, right? That's why I posted all those different things, is because I thought it was going to help me with teaching specifically. So if there's any things like proper care of cleaning equipment, you might need that if you're going to be a cleaner, right? Or processing new customers for the gym. If you're going to be a receptionist, maybe that is a thing, right? I don't know if you've done that. Maybe in your Suzuki job, you process customers. I don't know. But if you did that, oh, okay, never mind, darn. But if there's something like that that you think would directly relate to your future job, you want to make sure it's in there, okay? And if possible, try to have one page. You don't want like one page and a little bit. You want to have one page.
One page, okay.
So like, if you have to, you might want to get rid of all of the availability stuff, because you could put the availability stuff on like your cover letter, maybe.
Cover letter.
So you can kind of put some of these other parts off of your resume and put it on like cover letters instead. And then, because it looks a lot nicer with one nice page or two nice pages. If it's 2 full pages, great, or 1 full page, it's great. But if it's like 1.5 or 1.25, it looks a bit weird. Okay. So try your best for that.
Thank you so much. I'll rechecking this video and text. Thank you so much.
Send me the fixed version and I'll look at it again. Okay.
Okay.
Have a great day.